So today I want to explain how I approach shoulder training. This is how I do things. It's not conventional, as you might see very soon, but it is what has worked for me. So I just want to share it. And well, subscribe and like the video and all those things that people say when they make a YouTube video. Anyways, I hope to make it quick. So let's begin. Do you want to grow your shoulders? Then stay tuned. The first thing, the shoulders, or the shoulder, has three heads. The front, or the anterior head, in yellow, this one. Then the lateral head, the side delt, and the posterior, or the rear head. You have to train all three of them if you want nice round shoulders. That's what I learned. And people always say, don't forget about your rear delts. You still don't train rear delts. I know that. I know that for sure. Anyways, you can see the heads more clearly in the picture on the right. So this is the front, side, and rear. And another thing I want to point out is that you need to apply progressive overload to the shoulders, because I see just many people say, you want big shoulders, then spam lateral raises. I mean, at some point you're gonna find yourself doing sets of 50 repetitions. If you want to go and do that, you can. I don't think it's efficient. I don't think it's optimal. I think you're just wasting your time and creating fatigue on your CNS, your central nervous system. So I would avoid that. Instead, I would treat it as any other muscle where I'm using progressive overload to make it stronger and bigger. Anyways, let's move on to the front delt. So this is crazy, but I don't isolate my front delts. I train them 3 times a week, and I do around 9 to 12 sets per week, but I don't do isolation movements. I just have too many pressing movements, as this little text here says. I just do a ton of pressing. I do a ton of incline bench press with the barbell, with the Smith machine, and with dumbbells. At that point, I don't want to keep doing any isolation movement for the front delts, because I see them growing just fine. In fact, at some points, I think they are getting too big and out of control, so I don't do isolation. Plus, imagine this. There are many people who do shoulder presses, and this is fine. If you want to do shoulder press, this is fine. Many people advocate for them, and they swear that if you want big shoulders, you need to be doing some sort of shoulder pressing movement. I don't do any of that. And the explanation, it's simple. If I have to pick between doing an incline variation versus a shoulder pressing movement, I'm always picking the benching, the inclining bench variation. I just don't see the point in doing shoulder presses unless I'm trying to improve my bench press and I need strength. If I'm looking for strength, then I'm probably adding shoulder presses. Otherwise, I'm not, because think about it for a second. If you have a bench pressing movement and a shoulder pressing movement during the same day, and you go hard, you're going to go hard on the first one, and by the time you get to the second one, you're going to be fatigued, you're going to be tired, and you're not going to be able to put the effort necessary to have the sufficient stimulus to grow the other muscle. So basically, let's say you do incline first and you go super hard, then you have to do your shoulder pressing movement, you're going to be tired. I don't see the point. I'm sorry, I don't see the point. I don't isolate my front delts, and they grow just fine from the other pressing movements, which are basically a bunch of incline variations. Next, I forgot about this. Anyways, yeah, this is why I don't do shoulder presses or any isolation from the front races. Break that, man. Anyways, the side delt, the most important head. I train this with a frequency of 3 and I do 12 sets during my leg days. So I would do my leg workout and then at the end I would do some sort of uh, lateral raise. It can be dumbbell lateral raises as the first picture, or I also do behind the back cable lateral raises, or I do this machine that is a lateral raise machine basically. And since I have a frequency of 3, I just do one of this on each session and I move on. This is all isolation. And I don't forget, apply progressive overload. Don't stay lifting the same 10-pound dumbbells for the rest of your life. A little bit of cheating is fine. I'm going to be honest. I cheat. It's just not exaggerated. Make sure you're hitting some of the side delts. But if you cheat a little bit in order to increase the weight at some points, I think it's fine. I mean, you need it. Otherwise, you're going to be stuck forever doing a million repetitions, causing fatigue. Anyways, moving on. The rear head. The side, the what? Posterior deltoid. The muscle, everyone says, do not neglect. I'm not neglecting it. It is true that you get a ton of posterior deltoid activation during your back movements. If you row, you're probably getting rear delt activation. If you do pull-ups or chin-ups, you're probably also getting that. But anyways, if you want nice round shoulders, I would say that activation from the back is not enough. When talking about front delts, in my opinion, the activation you get from pressing movements is enough to guarantee a good amount of growth on the front delts. But in the case of rear delts, I don't think it's enough. I think you need to isolate them. And I isolate them just enough. I do I hit them twice a week during my back days. And I do just 6 sets in total. So the first day I would do 3 sets. And the second I would do another 3. And that's it. 6 sets per week. I forgot to type here. Per week. Anyways, do I do isolation? Yes. And I always do this one. This one is a reverse pec deck. I find the best activation. I feel it a lot and it's comfortable. For me, it feels really nice. If this machine is busy, then I do face pulls. They are all right, but the posture gets kind of wonky at some point. And if I can do this machine and I also cannot do face pulls, which for some reason the gym is packed with high school students, I move on to this dumbbell rear delt fly variation. It fucking sucks. I would not. I hate this. I hate this. Sometimes I would skip doing rear delts if this is my only option because it just feels super uncomfortable. I just don't like it at all. But these are my 3 options for rear delts. And that's it for the video. This is 8 minutes 40 seconds. I've already talked too much. Fuck, I wanted to make it 5 minutes. Anyways, bye bye.